here we are, Sunday, April the 5th, 2020, watching night 2 of WrestleMania. What did you think?
In terms of overall picture, in terms of just night two. In terms of just night two, it was pretty good. It can stand on its own.
Okay.
It, to me, it wasn't nothing really outstanding to me, but it can stand. Everybody at work stands up.
Okay.
I was definitely impressed in a couple of matches. We'll go through it.
All right. So, with that being said, before we get into the whole thing, I got a question for you. The way you just eloquently stated that. Um, which night was better? One or two?
Night one.
Night one
And
was better?
when we
Okay.
go through and talk about events, because night one seemed a little bit. Because the first is always better to me. You try harder, just like the first. Anyway, yeah.
Well, that being said, I don't know. I would say the second one didn't really have a bad segment per se.
Well, I will say this.
And last night had two.
I'll say this. No matter what, I think the night two was bagging with a lot of title matches. So there may have been something good in each of those two matches, but they were just oversaturated because they were all big matches, if that makes sense.
I hear you. But the matches did put on a show for the most part. Let's get right to it then. I mean, the first match tonight was Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, beforehand, I mean, I'll give it to you. You asked which match could be a 5-star match, and you said this could be it. But um, it didn't quite reach 5-star status, but it did do a pretty decent job. And for Charlotte to basically dominate the match and then still win the match, I thought it was a great match. And if I was to rate it anything, I would rate it like a 4.25 because they put on a show and Rhea doesn't really lose too much because she basically got injured during the match, and so she just went on with it and just fought hard to the end till she couldn't take it no more.
Not at all. I feel like I, have to give it to Charlotte. Charlotte showed her supremacy in the women's division.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, because it was like, from what I saw, it's like she was just playing with Rhea.
Yeah. And
Like, this is what I do. I run this. And they were throwing subtle jabs at each other. And it seemed like there was a point in the match where Charlotte said, okay, enough is enough. And just went ahead and handled business. Because when she really, really ratcheted in that bridge, we never seen her ratchet in that full.
yeah, because she kind of got on the top of her toe, top of her fingertips to push up, and her arms fully extended, and that bridge was just so like, yeah, it's no kicking. I mean, it's no sliding away. It's no none of that. You losing this match.
Right. It was so. It seemed like, okay, Charlotte was like, okay, I was going to beat you before, but now I'm really going to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seemed like. I'm gonna really put this in. Let make you feel it. So
And
yeah, even though I wanted Rhea to win, once I saw Charlotte hit that gear, then I knew she was gonna take it.
yeah,
So I mean, I'm not mad at the match, and I agree with you on like a scale 1 to 5. I gave it 4 stars.
yeah. So, that being said, the next match was what we thought would be a downer match, and it actually did okay for what it was. Um, Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. And in our predictions, we actually kind of forgot about this match, or at least I did. And they kind of put on a show. Um, this was the Bobby Lashley we've been wanting to see since he left Impact. And he actually showed us some things. He actually did some of the stuff that he used to do back then, but it did get gimmicky at
Oh
the
yeah,
end.
let's not forget he had those football type pants on, changed his look up from the
Right,
shorts. So
right,
he looked like he was really getting ready to dominate.
right. And but it got gimmicky at the end, the pure WWE way. He got him up for one move, and she like, no, not that move. Spear him, get it over with. Okay, if I'm Aleister Black, I hear that. That's what I gotta get prepared for, so I know how he's coming. All right. So let me stand up to where I can hit him with a black mass out of nowhere. He wouldn't be expecting it because he think I'm hurt. That right there, she set it up for Bobby to lose,
Right.
and so that's what happened. And Aleister Black is like kind of undefeated lately. Like he didn't fought some people. He didn't went past. He went whatever with Buddy Murphy. Then he had enhancement talent after enhancement talent after enhancement talent, and I think he even fought Tozawa in there or something. But he's won every match, and now he done beat Bobby Lashley. What is next for him?
I don't know,
Him
but
versus Andrade?
that's the only place I see him is in that mid court. I
Right,
don't see him challenging for the title.
right.
Period.
I wouldn't say
So
period, but
not
not right
right,
now.
not right now.
But then they can go off of Andrade and because didn't Andrade get it from Aleister Black? No, Tommaso Ciampa did. But didn't Aleister Black get it from? No. Who?
I don't recall Aleister Black even having the U.S. title. Just to be
No,
honest,
I'm talking
that's just
about
me.
in NXT.
Uh, I think he did. He get it from. I don't know. Was it Andrade?
I think he got the title from Andrade because Tommaso got it from him. So I'm almost sure he got it from Andrade.
So, but yeah, that his match with I don't know where you go with him. He just wherever he goes, it needs to be more consistent because he has more of a talent level than we see these flashes from him, and we wait for a match for him to be tested. Then he has a good match. This was an okay match. I get
Mm-hmm.
it's like a 2 3/4 stars.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. I just need to see more consistency from him because it was like blah, just that. I expected more from Lashley, to be honest with you, especially with him coming out. He looked more intense, more focused. I thought
But
he.
like I said, that's where the gimmicky part of WWE comes in when it comes to Lashley. They just not letting him go and be who he is. And so I give it a 2.5, not a 2.75 like yourself. But um, then we get to the Otis versus Dolph Ziggler match. And Dolph Ziggler coming out with Sonya Deville like she's his manager or something because it really wasn't no reason for her to be out there. She doesn't like men, she likes women, so she not out there to be his side piece. So she's a wrestler, not a manager. So I don't know, but
Hey, they just needed bodies to
make this whole thing
to make it right, make the arena look big.
or make this whole thing fill
You're
out.
right. So
This whole story fill out.
because cause with her coming out, even I don't know how far they're going, but you saying basically we know this, but you saying for definite she sided with Dolph Ziggler on this.
Right.
So if she's on Dolph's side, maybe that's why man just up like, bitch, nah, no, you on his side.
Right. You done went out there with him. So I mean, for the match sake, um, the match is probably just a 2,
Yeah.
but the story of it brings the whole segment up to about a 3. Cause Otis gets the girl in the end, and she kisses him on in front of everybody, like you know,
And then
to prove that she really liked
And
him,
then,
like
like
him,
I know, cause like I told you, that look in her eyes, she initiated that. He was just cool with just
holding
holding
her
her in
up.
his arm.
Right.
She initiated that, and then so I like that. So I would say, to me, I differ. I give it. I agree with you on the match type itself, but I would give it a 2 3/4 stars. So
Hmm.
that's what I would give it.
Okay. Um. Now this next match is just like it. This will be the one match out of pretty much all of WrestleMania that did bad because it didn't have a crowd. A lot of the other matches did what they could do and kept you interested because of the in-ring work or what have you. But this one, last man standing, they could have used a crowd to
True,
motivate.
but I heard what you're saying.
Hmm.
My only thing is I agree with you. We could have used some crowd, but I think that's what they wanted. It drew you more into their storyline to get into that rivalry, their path.
Right.
So
But for me, I couldn't get over it, that part of it, because it just didn't. So I'll give it a 3, but it probably could have been a 4 star match if there was a crowd there and the oohs and the ahs and please don't die and all this other stuff one more time, you know,
I
just make up
mean,
the match
I
on the
get that
on the
because
you know.
to be honest, to me it seemed kind of mediocre, and then it started to get to a point where this is the last man standing match we seen before.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if this, and I don't know if this is the first time they've met in the last man standing match, but it seems like we've seen this before. But they worked with the environment they were given.
Yeah. So you give it a star rate?
I would give it. See, you handing out a lot of threes.
Mm-hmm.
I give it. a 2 or 3 quarter star because it was lackluster. It could have been a little bit more.
Okay.
Just a tad bit more. But I like the ending, and I like how it's showed like Edge getting his
Yes, come
redemption,
up.
his come up.
Comforts.
So yeah,
So to go from that match to the Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Angel Garza. Now, Angel Garza and Austin Theory ain't been a tag team for less than 8 days.
right.
So, um, it's like, do you really expect them to win? They ain't done nothing on their own for real. As singles competitors. Yes, Angel Garza was the former cruiserweight champ,
Right.
and yeah, he he's undefeated on Raw so far, I believe. So although he did take the pin in the 6 man they just had on Raw, but putting them together was cool. But unless they push this as a big time faction, um, I don't know what you do with them three and as a group.
Definitely. I
Cause
mean,
you got the artist collective that's three just random people in the group already.
yeah. That and I don't agree with that unless somewhere down the line they talk about a 6 man title.
Right.
Otherwise, I don't understand you
All
taking these
these
singles wrestlers
and just throwing them together.
and diluting your singles divisions. I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Especially unless like, okay, if Shinsuke was the champ, Cesaro and Sammy was tag champs, I could get it. I could deal with it. I mean, that's what the New Day did. You know what I'm saying? But then they got to the point to where they could pass the tag titles between the three of them. But
I don't want you to be a faction with no purpose. Y'all just singles wrestle.
I mean, granted, the for Sami Zayn, two of his biggest matches in NXT were against both of them. Granted, Cesaro and Nakamura have never tied up in any shape, form, or fashion. They never wrestled each other, and that's crazy in itself. So for me, back to what we talking about, Angel Garza, Austin Theory didn't deserve this match in the first place,
True.
and
Very true.
so the Street Profits couldn't lose this match no matter what.
That's one.
Cause you would have really ruined your tag division. Not that y'all haven't done that before at WrestleMania.
Right.
Braun winning the tag team
With a
championship with the 10
10-year-old
year old
boy.
boy. So, but I just didn't see it happen. I threw out some ideas of why it could happen, but yeah, I give this match probably a 2.5. Um, Street Profits did some stuff, but all in all, it was hard to think Austin Theory and Angel Garza was gonna do anything pertinent to win this match. But it does bring a little bit with the end of the match storyline because you just lost to the champs, but yet you beat up the champs. It'd have been different if, like, say, y'all were the champs and y'all lost to them, and then y'all beat them up. But y'all lost to them with of their titles. They already won. They already have them. So you're fighting against somebody that's technically better than you. So why do you get mad if you lost? You just gotta go back to the drawing board. But that was all to bring Bianca into the fold. Cause now, where do we go from here tomorrow night on Raw? Is
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
is Bianca on Raw? Is she in the faction with her husband and the Dawkins?
And for that match, and I'm gonna give my whole thoughts. Cause first of all, I felt like that match was nothing but a glorified Raw match.
Yeah.
That match was a 2 at the most for me, 2 stars,
Okay.
maybe 2.5 because Bianca came out at the end. Cause like you said, I don't understand why Garza they were a tag team. Street Profits, okay, they had the energy. They did what they do. I really don't. Was there even a match to begin with? I mean, it was very cookie cutter. I mean, it was like we just putting this match together to A, say we have y'all defending y'all titles, and to be introduce Bianca. So, and I thought this match had the potential to actually go if they were going to show something, but it really didn't. Not for me. Didn't do it for me.
So yeah, for me, it was just like you said, a glorified Raw on pay per view. But it is what it is. I'll move on. Um, to the women's 5-way elimination match. And it kind of went exactly how I thought it would go, except Lacey and Bailey being the last two instead of Sasha and Bailey being the last two. In the beginning, of course, we knew they was all gonna jump Tamina because she's a heel, but so is Bailey and Sasha, but they don't like her. So their heels, the baby face is going straight pin the heel. So all four of them do they little off the top rope moves on her and all pin her at the same time, get her out the way. We know Tamina ain't got no move set, no business being in the championship spot, so we're not gonna make her champion for no reason. Even back when it was the best time to put the title on her, when she was next to AJ Lee, y'all didn't do it.
Right.
Y'all definitely ain't gonna do it now. So, uh, I'll say the shock moment of the night was that right woman's right she gave to Sasha.
Yeah. Now that was the move of the night because she laid her out.
She laid her out, but the shock also was, I guess, 1A is that Sasha didn't even turn on Bailey after all that went through in that match,
Nah, she didn't. So it's like
and she handed her the belt and put it around her waist and raised her hand. And,
if they setting her up to be babyface again somewhere down the road, she's doing the right thing. You just hand her the belt.
right,
So you understand mistakes happen. Blah blah blah. For one, I believe Tamina for real didn't need to be in the match then.
right.
Y'all did just to give us an extra little swerve or something. Built it up like she was gonna do something. Everybody jumped her and tore her out. So y'all could just make this a fatal 4-way.
You could have.
Um, Naomi, we figured she wasn't gonna win because
She
she's
she
some
just lost in Saudi
right.
Arabia, so
So, but it was good to put her in there for that reason.
right.
That's why you put Lacey Evans in there for the same reason because you recently beat her. So this match really, honestly, truly should have just been Bailey Sasha, but for some reason y'all want to give us that. See, I give us this, and
I think
y'all drawing the storyline out longer, which is cool, I guess. So I get this match in my eyes. This match was a 2.7.
Yeah. Um, I would say probably a 2.75.
Okay.
I agree, 2.75 right there. Cause I mean, all in all, Bailey Bailey is doing her thing, and this heel turn at first wasn't accepted, and to some extent, it's still not accepted. But at least she's into her character and being her character and being the heel that she is, and she still has the belt.
I'll say that she growing more comfortable with it.
Right. Um.
So that'll kind of make you want to see where she goes. You want to see where the Sasha Bailey storyline is going to play out because they keep delaying for so long. Don't y'all
It's
adding some
it's
stuff?
getting to the point where you don't want to even see it.
True.
But
And see what's going to happen? It's going to end up running the course of the Alexa Nikki thing. Where, remember, Alexa was supposed to turn on Nikki,
a
but she
long
never
time ago.
did.
Right.
So we just here forget it. Y'all say it's tag team.
Right. And y'all become two-time tag team champs at that. Um, but what I was thinking about is when SummerSlam is uh the date of SummerSlam this year. Let's see.
That tentative date.
Yeah, I know with everything that's going on, but um, I have a sneaking suspicion that that's the same date as the Brooklyn uh Bailey versus Sasha match. That was a 5-star match.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's the same time. That's the same month. But I don't know if it's the same day. Cause then that's probably them trying to, save it for that.
Right.
For that. And which is crazy because that's technically long term booking, so to speak. But moving on to
Right.
what we call uh, a non match, the Firefly Funhouse match. Um, what you think?
Like you said, it wasn't a match. It was just good to look at. I don't count this as a match. It doesn't get a grade from me, a rating of any sort. It was just good to look at, good to see. It was more of a movie, like the Boneyard match. But at least I could give the Boneyard match some semblance of a match. This didn't look like a match. So even when there was a finish, I didn't know there was a finish.
Because it was going on, it was kind of crazy.
But it was crazy in a good way because it told a story. So I enjoyed the story, and I guess the match part can be what it is, but it wasn't really a match.
So, I mean, did you like the whole concept of it?
I mean, I like the concept of it. Like I said, visually, conceptually, I liked it. I liked it for what it was, as far as you showing this on the screen. John Cena plays what, right? You know, when he came out as the prototype and the doctor thing. He
And the
right,
NWO.
and the symbolism with Bray and Bray representing these uh, points in wrestling history, and he represented Hulk Hogan like when he was
Part of the
uh when he represented when Bray represented Kurt Angle at first, pivotal moments of the career showing these are things you did and make you relive them. So I kind of got it, and like to me, just when I was getting into that, this so-called match popped up. So
yeah,
okay, fine, whatever. I liked what I saw though.
yeah. I think what they were doing was just trying to show Cena through all his years of being pushed. Those were mistakes. Some of them were bad looking, and yet you can't blame me for the Bray Wyatt character or the Husky Harris character or whatever character I used to play. If I make it, I make it. Just like you had to keep changing yourself, but yet you made it. You are the golden goose, as he said. So let me in. Let me be who I am.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so, um, in the last match of the night, you got Brock versus Drew. And in the first 2 minutes of that match, it just went like crazy real quick.
Yeah, it did get real
Because you got a
crazy.
Claymore in there out of nowhere. And Brock looked like he was finna lose early. But then it started to look like Brock was finna do
Was
him like
finna be
Cena.
Brock was being Brock. So he's finna sing. Yeah, he's finna sing to him.
And he went through like 4 German suplexes and then an F5. But he kicked out at 1.
Then the F5 begin kicked out the two.
And then, like, he kicked out at 2.1.
Right.
So then the third F5, he kicked out at like 2.7. So obviously, if you got another one, he probably not gonna kick out because that's 3. But he wiggled out, pushed Brock against the ropes, Claymore, and then 2 more Claymores to him,
Right.
and then Brock was done.
I mean, right, he was done. And then third one, when he was like, look me in my eyes. Gave
Mm-hmm.
him that, before he gave him the third one, right between the eyes.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, like you said in the promo, Vince said he was the chosen one, so he had to do something.
Right.
And Brock made him look good in leaving. Because it's like, I almost had you.
Right.
One more F5, you was done. Okay, look how many claymores it took me. Because that was actually, what, 4 claymores?
Yep.
So,
Well, that match I probably give a 3.
yeah, I would give that match a 3.2.
Okay. So, all in all, you probably think night 1 was better. I think, um, minus the Undertaker match, night 2 was better. Like the Undertaker match is probably the top of the top matches there in
Right.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But Charlotte Rhea Ripley is a close second. But if you go for both nights, I probably still give WrestleMania 3.5, maybe 4.
if I'm going off of both nights, I'm gonna give it about 3.7. Cause
Okay.
I don't want to give it a 4. Cause
Yeah, I know 4 is hard to give,
right,
but I was just like, it did do a lot of justice with no
a lot.
fans, and it
And
showed itself.
with the additional hiccups they suffered, me and String were doing this week.
Yeah,
So, because they had to take wrestlers out going into it.
right.
I mean, like,
The day of.
so they did good.
So, all right. Well, that's our 2020 WrestleMania 36 review, night 2, and WrestleMania as a whole. So, we'll see you next time. And
Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, notification bell, all that good stuff.
not like that, we out.